In the midst of it all, you are always there. Your love amazes me. Grammy Award-winning country star John Berry continues to celebrate 40 years as a country music artist, songwriter, earning multiple gold and platinum records. He has placed 20 singles on the country chart, including #1 hits, Your Love Amazes Me, Standing on the Edge of Goodbye, and She's Taken a Shine. But even in the midst of his success, he has faced many trials in his life. A motorcycle accident that broke both legs and a hip, a brain cyst that caused severe headaches, and in 2019, he was diagnosed with throat cancer, requiring 35 treatments. But this isn't slowing him down. This is his story of unshakable faith. This is today's Nashville. John, I have been a huge fan of yours for many, many years, and thank you so much for inviting me into your home and that I get to sit down and you get to share your faith and music with me, and I just want to thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming and let me be on the show with you.
Tell me about this room.
Well, this is it's basically our bonus room over the garage, you know, and but it's turned into just a little music development place, a songwriting area, and also we record our podcast, Faith, Family, and Friends here, and then I've got some memorabilia of things that have been impactful over the past few years, and in
your guitars and
yeah, so it's kind of fun. We've got some. We had a little TV show, Songs and Stories, and we have some guitars and posters that were signed by the guests on that show, and my little Buck Owens American guitar that Buck gave to me many years ago. And
what was that like when he handed you that?
It was crazy. We were actually playing at Buck Owens Crystal Palace in Bakersfield, and it was our first time playing there. It was a big night for us. Of course, anytime playing the Crystal Palace is a big night. And I noticed that everybody started looking at the bass player, and I'm thinking, what's he doing? I kind of turn around over there, and here comes Buck walking out on stage carrying this red, white, blue guitar. And I'm thinking, how cool is this moment going to be? Buck's going to come out and play a song with us. And we got to the end of our song we were doing, and he said, I really hate to interrupt. And Buck said, everybody here knows it's way past my bedtime, which got a big chuckle. And he said, but we just love you here at Bakersfield, and I just wanted you to have one of my guitars. And he gave me this Buck Owens American guitar.
What a blessing.
I grabbed a Sharpie and had him sign it for me. So it's been a treasured memorabilia piece for a long, long time. And
well, I noticed in this room you have pictures and autographs of John Denver.
Yeah.
Tell me about him.
Well, I started playing guitar in 1972, and there was no entertainer in the world more famous, more loved than John Denver at that time. And I learned so many of his songs. Matter of fact, the very first concert I ever went to see John in 1975 at the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia, on the Back Home Again tour. And I fell in love with that album, and the song Annie's Song has been one that I've played almost every night I've performed. I've almost always done that song. And so it was just real meaningful to me to have some memorabilia of John's. A friend of mine got me an 8x10 poster from RCA Records that they had a promotional picture that they had that was autographed by him. And someone sent me the John Denver album cover Back Home Again that was autographed by him as well. And then there's the poster, and then there's a single of one of his songs. And then I don't know where it came from. I wish I could remember who got it for me, but the sign up on top that says John Denver is off of a tour bus. The old tour buses back the Silver Eagles, where they would have the name of whoever was touring. Yeah. And there's a bunch of other names in there, but I'm afraid to rotate the film because I'm afraid it'll tear it. So I don't know who, might be Elvis in there, I don't know. Oh. But it's just a cool little collection of things. And his music just really spoke to me, like I know it did millions of other people. And It was funny, we went to go, my wife Robin surprised me with tickets to see him she surprised me with tickets in February of the year he died, later that year in October. And we went to see him at the Fox Theater and got to meet him after the show and say hello. And of course, that's about all I could say was hello. And but it was funny during the show, John would have some mannerisms and she'd poke me in the shoulder and she'd say, you do that, you do that. And it really never occurred to me that a lot of mannerisms and things that I do, I picked up from John. And
well, you yourself have had an incredible journey through the music, country music, and your hits. She's Taken a Shine, Standing on the Edge of Goodbye, and Your Love Amazes Me.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. What song speaks to you?
Well, Your Love Amazes Me has been one of those special songs that was written by Chuck Jones and Amanda Hunt Taylor. And from the very first I ever heard the demo that Chuck had, I was taken by that song. It was just a remarkable piece of music. And I truly believe that I was just the lucky guy who drew the card, who got to sing that one. I think that a lot of people could have had a big hit with that, and I was just the fortunate one. And but the song has meant a lot in my career. It's meant a lot to me and to Robin and our relationship. Just because I have walked a lot of different roads, and she's been right there with me and supported me and helped me through a lot of difficult times and a lot of good times as well.
You know, my husband and I went to a concert recently, and you sang that song. Robin was on stage, and you could just see the love between you two. And you could just tell, Your Love Amazes Me. So it was beautiful. What other songs are special to you?
Well, I think one of my favorite songs to sing is a song called You and Only You that was written also by Chuck Jones. And it's a powerful, powerful song. Just one of those melodies that I love to sing. It's it's a great piece of music. It really is.
A lot of your songs are about love and faith, and they're just beautiful. Tell me about Robin. When did you guys meet? Let's go back.
We met I was playing at a little club in Athens, Georgia in the mid-'80s, and I was booked there for every other week for over a 5-week period, so three out of 5 weeks. And I think it was my second week playing there, and these two girls came in and sat at the table right in front of me with their dates. And one of the girls really grabbed my attention, and when their dates went to the back room to go play pool, we took a break. And I sat down next to her, and the very first thing I asked her, I said, when are we getting married?
And what did she say? Like,
she
who
wouldn't
are
even
you?
talk to me. Like, man, you old guy, what are you doing, you crazy nut? So.
But did you know at that moment that she might be the one?
Well, I don't know. That's pretty far-fetched, isn't it? You know, but I thought she was. I just knew there was something awfully special about her, and just the glow she carried, you know. And but she would come to hear me play, and come to hear me play a lot, and we got to know each other. And it was not 2 years. I think it was 2 years before we went out on a date.
2 years.
Yeah. So,
and look what God has done in your life.
Yeah, 33 years we've been married now.